is Colleen Albert, and Unity has some really fun and exciting updates with OnBase 17, most of them centered around our new user interface and performance improvements. Over 88 enhancements in total for our Unity client users. The first is our user interface modernization. I mean, as soon as you log into Unity in 17, you can't help but notice the new design and the improved navigation. We've introduced some flat iconography, we've updated the color scheme. It just has this fresh look and feel. All of the icons are standardized across OnBase clients and they're flat. The look and feel is that now of Office 2013 and 16 products, and we've made some minor usability improvements to make navigation better, simpler, and easier. The colors that we've chosen, especially the green that you'll see in the header text, supports ADA AA compliance. And an item of note is that the Unity client team worked really closely with that of the web team so that we could provide consistency across the two clients. So let's take a look. It's really exciting. Here we see the personal page. You'll notice that the tiles have a new flat look and that the tile search is now located in the upper right-hand corner to actually search the content of the tiles themselves. If we take a look at document retrieval, what used to be called the OnBase Jewel or the OnBase Eye, it was really kind of that application menu, is now been replaced by the File tab. And this is where you'll find user options and administrative features. All the options under there remain the same, just a new way of accessing them. You'll also notice that our combo boxes and our data sets, like for example here in the document type group selection, all expand from the center of the control as opposed to downward. Here we actually see a list of documents displayed. You'll notice that the document type selected and in a second when you see the document selected are now both a little bit more pronounced to the end user, and primarily that's just a result of the color. So here we see not only the document selected, but also what is our embedded or internal document viewer. So that little adorner that is used to expand the document viewer itself is now located on the left, but know that users can actually click anywhere on that line to expand or collapse that embedded viewer. Opening up the information panel on the right-hand side, note that the close button is no longer available, but instead the information panel will be closed using that red X in the upper right-hand corner. And this is very consistent with that of Office products. So users should be really familiar with it. When we look at custom queries, you'll notice that the active tab is identified with blue text and an underline. As I used one of the custom query filters, you can see it highlighted really nicely so that the user knows that a filter has been applied. And then of course they have an easy way to remove that filter if they no longer want to have it sorted in that way. Here we have our import layout, and you may not recognize it first, but this actually used to be called upload. In an effort to achieve consistency with the web, we had to make some layout changes, and one of them is that the web called this import, so we made the change to now call this the import layout. Our folders layout has been improved, of course, with the icons, but also the look and feel of the tabs on the right-hand side is flat and more modern. The active tab is underlined, and the font color on the tab will actually change based on the configured tab color to ensure legibility. When we look at our forms layout, again, I love how easy it is to identify what form we're actually looking at. So that's just kind of a brief overview with regard to some of the usability and the UI changes. I hope you like what you see. I know that I certainly do. It's like, modern interface. I actually showed this to a prospect recently, and they weren't sure whether they were in a browser or a desktop application. So pretty exciting enhancements to our UI. In addition to that, we have redesigned our document viewers to reduce the memory footprint for faster image loading. You know, we are constantly working to improve performance. What you see here in OnBase 17 is actually a continuation of the OnBase 16 viewer enhancements that were made available to document retrieval only in 16. We re-architected that viewer for better performance when loading documents so that they would download and display faster. We also made it easier for Highland to enhance and maintain the viewer. We've now brought these changes to the viewers in imaging, in workflow, and in folders. And our performance team gave me some metrics that documents now display 15 to 40% faster than they did on comparable operating systems and hardware with OnBase 16 and 17. You'll also note that our downloading file progress dialog is new, and it displays the progress of the download when working with larger files. This is helpful when you've got a giant PDF, Office file, or even zip. So obviously the biggest things are the UI and the performance enhancements, but we have a few more little client features that I felt were worth mentioning. They're not necessarily unique to Unity, but they do apply to Unity Client as well. The first is a configurable file location, and this is custom storage for the location of configurable temporary files created by the Unity Client. The autofill keywords now support storing encrypted keywords in encrypted form, and secure keywords provide additional masking support. So the value appears masked even if the user has privileges and they have to make a conscious choice to view that secured keyword. So just an extra layer of security on those sensitive keywords. Lots of exciting stuff in OnBase 17. If you want to find out what's new across the entire platform, please visit the OnBase community. Again, I am Colleen Alber, and thanks for listening.